Good morning, good morning, good morning. More Chronicles about James Edward Barnes Jr. Y'all, yesterday was a day. And I'm so thankful that God keeps me on autopilot. Because I'm not even the co-pilot at this point. He's doing it all, and he's just really telling me, hey, keep calm, don't say nothing, do this, do that. That's how I feel that God is just keeping me and sustaining me. That's why it's so important for us to get up in the morning and give Him thanks and give Him glory and edify and glorify Him in everything that we do, and ask Him to order our footsteps during the day, because we never know what it is that the day may bring. Yesterday, like I said, was a day. After my dad's doctor's appointment, what's today, the 26th? My dad's doctor's appointment was on the 24th. So after his doctor's appointment, I asked him if he wanted to go back with Michael, because he had been asking about, he was trying to leave our house to go up on the hill where I live. It's no hills. So what he was in essence trying to do was go and visit some people in the neighborhood. Whether these people exist or not still, I don't know. Because like I said, even though he had his perception of what day it was off. He was close to the year, which was 2024 is what he said, and it's 2025. So, and by him having a pretty good day, I felt kind of confident about him. I won't say confident, but I felt okay about him going over there just overnight. Because I could have picked him up. I went to the mystery movie. Excuse me. I went to the mystery movie. And so it wouldn't have been no problem for me to pick him up, because the movie was over around 9 something. And it was over in Vestavia, so that wouldn't have been any problem. But that was on the 24th. All of that was on the 24th. On the 25th, which was yesterday. I don't usually come across this kind of traffic where people are already always blowing at each other this early in the morning and stuff. I don't usually be out like that. But anyway, so I had told Michael, I said, Michael, I'm going to be over to pick him up around 4 or 5 o'clock. And he said, okay. I'm going to take some responsibility for this, because Michael was mourning the death of a friend. And he told me that when we was getting ready to go to the doctor's appointment, that he had just came back from the memorial, which was, I think, Saturday or Sunday. So he wasn't in Rosedale at that time. And he told me he would be back in time for the doctor's appointment. So, Michael mourning the death of his friend, I think it may have put him in a situation again, because he told me about how when his girlfriend died, he was just drinking, and it was like he wanted to feel the pain, which, and I understood what he was saying, but he didn't understand It's what he told me why he would want to feel the pain. It was like, I said, well, it's almost like you're feeling guilty if you don't, because of you're losing her and mourning her death. And he's like, yeah, I guess that makes sense. So this friend, being a close friend of his, I think that was the same situation. Just for me to find out that talking to him about this friend, how this friend died, because the way he talked about it was like it was something that came on all of a sudden. Well, a friend had cirrhosis of the liver. You don't get cirrhosis of the liver all of a sudden. So I don't know if the friend had problems too, but anyway, I think it might have threw Michael in kind of a tailspin because he had not been drinking. And so my voice still isn't all the way back. I almost feel like it sounds amplified even though it's low to me. But anyway. So when I got over to the house, first of all, I called him and I messaged him. And when I messaged him, he said he was really, really sick. He had been in the toilet all day. I'm thinking something wrong with his, stomach or whatever. Because he said it's like a product of my environment. So I didn't get that part, but I'm still thinking, he got tummy issues, and it's been a lot of viruses and stuff going around lately. So I said, well, he said he needed some lemons and some tea. So I stopped by the store and got some lemons and tea for him. By the time I got to Rosedale, it was 5 o'clock. I banged on the doors, I honked the horn, went to the basement. I went through the house because he had left the house open. I went over next door to his mom's house. I knocked on the doors, I banged on the windows, everything. Nobody came. I ended up being over there talking to Miss Pat and just frustrated. Miss Pat is my dad's cross the street neighbor. And I'm just frustrated because it's like, if I tell you something and everybody's time is precious, that's the one thing you cannot get more of. And when I get to where I tell you I'm going to be, at the time I tell you I'm going to be there, I can understand a few minutes late. But like I said, when I got there, I banged on the doors, I banged on the windows, all these different things. Went through the house, everything that I did. Nobody answered me, called his phone several times. I failed to say that Michael has narcolepsy. I may have said it in a previous video. And that was some of the reason why I felt like, even though him and Dad, he was staying at Dad's house and helping Dad a whole lot, Michael needs help himself. So I'm calling, and I'm thinking to myself, what is going on? Where are they? I can't get him to answer his phone. All this type of situation. Like I said, I get there at 5 o'clock. It is now 6:30, and I'm sitting in my car just steaming, sending him messages asking, where are you? Where are you? I'm steaming and I'm concerned. And I'm asking, what is going on? And in my head, I'm like, I hope he not helping Dad to not come back to our house, because that was something that could have been possible. And mail, Michael's mom got there to her house, I got out of the car and I was frustrated, and the first thing she said when she got out the car, Michael is so sick, Rachel. He is so sick. I'm like, where are they? Because at that point, I hear what you're saying, but I've been here over an hour, like an hour and a half, and I'm not getting no response from anybody. So I was a little short with her, and that wasn't fair. I didn't yell or anything. I was real calm, which is a problem. If I'm real calm, that means it's a problem. And if I'm too calm, wrong thing said or done, I might pop off. So, but it wasn't her fault. It didn't have anything to do with her. And that's her son, and okay, I understand you're concerned about your son. So she said, trying to open the door and go and see about him, and she's like, hold on, I don't care about hold on, I'm coming with you. I didn't say that, but that's what my actions did. My actions were, I don't care about hold on. So, excuse me, I still got this cough. I really need to go to the doctor because of the way it's got me feeling. It's got me hurting. It started out as a head cold, but now I'm hurting. Anyway, so she goes back in the back room. Michael is not responding to her, which I don't know if it was his narcolepsy. And he's out because of that. Or he's just exhausted. But Dad's back in the back room as well. So she goes to, I think I forgot all my cough drops, which was kind of helping me with this thing a little bit, not to do all this coughing. Excuse me. Anyway, so she goes to the back room and she's like, oh my God, oh my God. And she said he's thrown up everywhere and she's got to clean it up. My dad's back there in the same room where he is, right? I'm like, Dad, where are your shoes? He had on socks. She tried to help find his shoes. Couldn't find his shoes. Just bought him them shoes. Just bought him them shoes for Christmas, right? Then I said, where is the pullover that you had on? I had just bought that at Sam's or something like that the week before. And at this point, I'm like, Dad, come on. He's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. I was like, oh no. She said, there's no way he can use this bathroom. I said, Dad, you're gonna have to go outside. I'm sorry, on the side of the house or something. Still fuming. Because not only is he not where he's supposed to be, nobody's answering me. Now he doesn't have no shoes on. He stays cold. He has on a shirt, but he doesn't have the pullover that he had on. He just had the sweats and the shirt. He didn't have on the pullover, and the shoes were missing. I hope she find his shoes. been over there long enough to have peed. I said, Dad, come on. He said, I'm not finished. I said, what do you mean? I said, it shouldn't take you that long to pee. And he snaps at me and says, who says I'm peeing? I said, what are you saying? Go over there, and he's pooping on the side of the house. I said, come on. He said, you want me to pull my pants up? I said, do you have on your Depends? You got on your underwear? I didn't say Depends. I said, you got on your underwear? He said, yes. I said, well, pull them up and let's go. At this point, I kind of just shut off of who I would normally be and just move. So I'm looking for stuff to put on my seats so he can get in the car. He was like, what is that? Paper? I said, it's plastic and paper. I'm still being considerate. I'm shutting off from who I would usually be after somebody that snapped at me like that. And I'm trying to help them. I would say usually, I'm saying usually from what I was in the past, right? God has done a wonderful thing in me, I must say. And he ain't finished with me yet. So, I put down the plastic that I had. Just so happened I had a grocery bag in the car and some circulars. So I put them on the seat. He said, you want me to sit down? I said, yes. Didn't even look at his hands or anything. I said, put your seatbelt on. Amel's giving me all this food. At this point, I don't care nothing about no food. She's concerned about, because he eats a lot. And I told, her, and she knows because he eats over her house a lot. So she's giving me food. Being considerate. At that point, I don't care. It sounds mean and harsh, but at that point, I don't care about none of that. So he gets in the car, and it's horrible. It's horrible. Not that I have not dealt with situations like that before, but the sun has gone down, and it's cool, and he stays cold, and he starts giggling, which really got to me. He said, I think you need to let down the window or something. It's bad in here. I let down all the windows, and at that point, I'm like, okay, he want me to let down the windows. I'm going to let down the windows. I let down the windows. He was over there shivering. He was in the passenger seat shivering, and I was probably doing 70 miles per hour on the highway. Good thing it only takes about 10 minutes to get to our home. The way I was driving, and it was good traffic. Matter of fact, I forgot to tell y'all about that part. My husband had called in the middle of me trying to get Daddy in the car. He said, I'm returning your phone call. He said, I'm headed to the church, take care of some stuff. I said, no, please don't. I said, don't. Wait until I get there. I said, please, please, please. And I remember saying it just like that. He said, okay. He said, is that bad? I said, yes. Matter of fact, run some bath water. Run some bath water. Put plastic down on the bathroom floor. He was like, man, is that bad? I said, yes. I said, I'll see you when I get home. And hung up. Excuse me. When I got home, pulled down everything. Well, trying to tell Dad, you need to take your clothes off. And I'm standing there, and he's like, wait a minute. I said, look, we don't have time for modesty. You need to get cleaned up. And guess he realized at that point not to argue with me. And so he started pulling down, and it's Boo Crumbs falling on the plastic. And I'm telling him to pull down the pen. He wasn't moving fast enough. I told Will, get the scissors. We cut the pen off. More Boo Crumbs falling. Some sweatpants that I had given him that were mine, full of poop. All of this is going on, right? And it's still a turd in his butt. By this time, I didn't say, but by this time I have on gloves. And I'm telling him, I said, look, I'm finna clean your behind. And he's like, what? I said, I'm finna clean your behind. I said, so turn around, because I'm trying to give him the respect of not exposing his privates to me. Not like I ain't, it's my daddy, but it ain't like I ain't seen, because like I said, I've worked in some situations where I've had to do those kind of things and take care of a lot of my people that I work with were men. So at this point, I got a bunch of wet wipes, and I'm cleaning, and I got a whole turd in some tissue before I did that. Start cleaning the residue and everything. I said, Dad, get in the tub, and I said, wash thoroughly after I had got all the poop off of him. I said, you're not in here to play around, because he loves taking bubble baths. I said, we don't have time for you to play around. I said, you need to wash thoroughly. I said, because I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't wash, I will. I don't have a problem with it. I ain't done it before. I know you don't want me to, but I will. And then my husband in the background talk about, and if she don't do it, you don't let her do it, I'm going to do it. So you get it together, Dad. Because he still has this attitude of pride. How can you be prideful when you need people's help? I understand. I've only seen it in a handful of women. Really not even a handful. But them doggone men. Them doggone men. And how are you going to be angry with me? You're angry with me. I've been in this situation where my granddaddy got angry with me because he needed my help. It was rough yesterday. Look like I've been eating chicken. I put some other stuff on my lips. Look like I've been eating chicken, but Lord have mercy. Or some greasy fish. But y'all continue to pray for us. Give God the glory in everything you do in His way and in His word. God be blessed. I love y'all. Like I said, continue to pray for us. If you ain't praying, pray. Pray a righteous prayer in the name of Jesus Christ. And be sincere about it so it can reach you. Okay? Because we need all the prayer we can get. Love y'all. Bye-bye.